Welcome to Strip Coverlet, where we squeeze the bigger picture out of literature. I am Adrian Fort, and we are here for a TBR, a to be read for the month of May 2025. Now, this is going to be a bit of a loosey-goosey TBR because I need to regain my bearings. We got through National Poetry Month, but I admit I fell apart a little bit towards the end. Not a whole lot of opportunity for me to get ahead of that work, so everything was by the seat of my pants during that month. And here's another thing, guys. I am going to be doing daily uploads through the summer unless something goes wrong, right? So, the first month, or the first day of April, marked 2 consecutive years of daily uploads. I was going to call the daily uploads quits after National Poetry Month. But then I decided, why not go through the summer? Now, I am promising you that I will do my best to be here through the next 4 months. So April, May, June, July, or May, June, July, August. April is gone. But that's my promise to you. I need you to promise me that if I decide to go through the fall and winter with daily uploads, you will go out of your way to make me feel bad about myself. I can't do that. You have to call me a moron. You have to tell me it's not worth it. You have to tell me to step away from the YouTube. I need you to do that for me. Anyway, what we will be doing here is a loosey-goosey TBR because I need a little bit of leeway to try to get back ahead of production. This will be a bit of a reading extensive month as far as putting things on the channel is concerned. We will have probably more than 4 poems. There are 4 Mondays in the month, but so yeah, probably a lot of the filler will end up being poetry because it's something I'm very comfortable with, because it's something I can do in a pinch, etc. It's something that I can do and set up to get ahead. Now, the poems that I have outlined to go are Sonnets to Orpheus 16, Annabelle Lee, and La Belle Dame Sans Merci. Those are the big ones. The Soul Selects Her Own Society is an Emily Dickinson poem, which has been on the channel at least, I think, 3 times. But a month without Emily Dickinson is a month you have not lived. So, at least one will be on the channel. If you have requests or ideas for poems, throw them out there. I can't make any promises, but I will look into things. Also, if you have requests or ideas for different types of videos, throw those out there as well. I don't do a whole lot of other stuff outside of the actual literary stuff besides the Friday Reads series. Now, if you have topics you want to see me cover on the Friday Reads series, or you have questions you want me to answer in a Friday Reads video, anything about literature that I may or may not know about, I will do my best to get an answer if you are so inclined. Leave those in the comments as well, and I will do my best to get around to those too. There are 5 Fridays in the month, so there will be 5 Friday reads in the month. So that is a couple of the days of the week taken care of. But then we get to the novels portion of the month. Frankenstein, we're going to get through Frankenstein, and I had a little bit of a conniption fit prior to filming this because I could not find my Frankenstein, and I have chapter 14 already read and marked up, and if I had to go get another version of the novel, it was going to throw everything off, and I was going to be very upset. It's been a very long month for me. A lot of work has gone into a lot of the stuff that I do, and I'm going to get through Frankenstein. I promise I'm going to get through Frankenstein. Carrie took forever. The Great Gatsby kind of disappeared from the channel, and I need to get back to it because I believe 2025 is the 100th anniversary of Great Gatsby. I believe it was published in 1925, so it would be nice to have a commemorative series on that the way that we did for Carrie. But 50 on Carrie and 100 on The Great Gatsby. It's wild to think that it's just 50, if I'm remembering correctly, just 50 years that separates those two novels with as different as they are. In 2025, that is like something being published today versus something being published in 1975. Is the writing today all that different from 1975, the way that Carrie is different from The Great Gatsby? Could the novel Carrie have existed in 1925? I don't know that it could have, right? So what are the social norms and mores that went into the ability for a high school teacher like Stephen King was to publish a novel like Carrie and it be a success? That is something interesting to think about. Maybe I should make that the topic of a Friday Reads. Anyway, chapters 14, 15, 16, and 17 will appear on the channel during the month of May 2025. Also, something new, something different. Maybe I won't be going as intense on the formatting for this novel, but we are starting Big Fish by Daniel Wallace. I have no idea what to expect from this. This is something that was brought to my attention, so I decided I'll go ahead and start it. We will be doing parts 1 and 2. Parts 1 are through page 50, and part 2 is through page 134. So that'll be 134 pages of reading there. And then the third part of the novel we might get to. I just don't know what the timeline is going to look like this month. So part 3 of the novel is through page 175. So a fairly brief novel, but we will get to that this month as well. Now we have the short story portion of the month and then the others. Short stories. We are returning to Ernest Hemingway. And technically, guys, May is National Short Story Month. So I should be doing short stories every day of the month, but I want to get back to Friday Reads, and I promise poetry on Mondays. So we're not going to do the short story month. But if you are so inclined in your own time, May is National Short Story Month. Ernest Hemingway, the Finca Vigia edition. Very interesting selection of the next 4 short stories here. The Sea Change, A Way You'll Never Be, The Mother of a Queen, and One Reader Writes. Why is this a very interesting run of short stories by Ernest Hemingway to get through during this month? Well, I don't remember a single thing about any of these short stories. So I don't know what we are in for, but we will be going through those short stories on the channel. So those will, the Ernest Hemingway playlist, I cannot remember exactly where we are here. My phone does not recognize my face ever, so normally I have to type in I don't know what that means. I don't know if I am constantly getting that much angrier looking or what is going on there, but my phone refuses to recognize my face most of the time. Ernest Hemingway. So we have 37 videos in that playlist, so it'll be 38, 39, 40, and 41 videos, 41 of the Ernest Hemingway read-along playlist. And then we will be returning as well to Let Me Tell You by Shirley Jackson. The 2 short stories are Gadamus Igitur and The Lie. I have never read either of those short stories, so we will see what is in line for those. Also, 2 others. Number 1, obviously, the TBR. And I might do the June TBR during this month as well. But also a book haul. this will be part of said book haul. But that is what I have for the month of May 2025. Again, if you have any suggestions or requests, let me know. If you have any ideas for topics or questions for the Friday Read series, let me know that as well. And as always, I hope to have you back for the next one.